Welcome to today's reading regarding the moon in Cancer for the next day and a half. This is brought to you by Luminescent 6, Modern Rich Tarot deck, Black Moon Astrology cards, and Mystic Rebel Oracle deck. So we're going to start with the Jupiter position. However, let's get into the transits. The moon is going to water trine with Scorpio and Pisces to Cancer. The moon is going to oppose the big three in Capricorn, as well as square over to Libra and Cancer planets at this time. So we can definitely be experiencing some frustrations or challenges with picking up and reflecting, energies that are being given and receiving. We can also run into frustration with beginning relationships or how we relate to others, frustrations with following our instincts, and we will be directly making choices regarding business and familiarity and building security with the moon in Cancer, which establishes our emotional security, and Capricorn takes care of our physical security. So, starting out in the Jupiter position, we have the second house, which talks about owning the number 26. We have the Five of Wands here. Okay, so we are expanding in how we grow our resources, how we value what we already do and what we have. We can be seeing, since this is fire, Leo energy, Saturn and Leo, we can be limiting ourselves through feeling like there's some type of competition, or others could be seeing us owning our value as some form of competition. But they're always, even as a Leo 222 speaking, the only competition you ever will have is in your own self, and the competition that you create within your own self will be shown in the physical world. So if we're expanding in our value and how we go about doing things in our own right, that will bring us security, long-term security, because it's earth energy, the second house. We want to be mindful that, the only thing that can limit us is how we see and view ourselves and what we are and what we use our passions for. So going to the moon position, what needs to be revealed will be this grand trine giving us some sort of blessing, which will be a new beginning, with the 46 being a 1. So we are building some responsibilities, or we're using our responsibilities to build new blessings for ourselves. And here, the Five of Cups. So this is Scorpio energy here. The first deacon of Scorpio, I believe. So, which is where we are right now during this time during the moon in Cancer. I believe we haven't gone past 10 degrees. Well, no, it's the first, so we definitely passed that. But this is Scorpio energy nonetheless. And here with this water trine, it's going to be revealed what sort of blessings we actually do have standing behind us, waiting for us. When I first pulled these cards out, the Leo I Will card was behind here. So maybe right now, the blessings that we are seeing have been things that maybe we've been deeply attached to emotionally, since Scorpio is about obsession, possession, and being deeply fixed on the emotions to the point where the water freezes. And now that we're allowing things to melt, we are starting to see the contents of what it was we were holding on to. But the blessings that are unseen are still here with this Two of Cup energy. So we still have the ability to turn around and reconnect to ourselves, or just connect to the new blessings that we have in front of us now that we've allowed something that was hidden to be let go, or some form of what we are letting go might be hidden right now, but will come to be revealed the next moon phase. So in the Saturn position, we have the lunar eclipse, which is change, bringing the number 7. So the Saturn position talks about what we need to work on and what will pay off in the long term. And we do have an eclipse coming this Sagittarius season, most definitely. So there will be some permanent changes to how we go about traveling or communicating. And we have here the Six of Cups, more Scorpio energy. So there will be changes in regards to things that used to be nostalgic, things that we used to be really deeply, of course, again, emotionally connected to, because this is a Sun and Scorpio card. However, the deeper memories here, even though we are going through a moon and Cancer phase, we are still in a Sun and Scorpio. So we are working very diligently to accept some of the changes that has to be transformations, really, because the eclipses are about cutting things out and letting go of things, and Scorpio does the same thing. We may have been given some sort of, what's it called? I don't want to say toxin or poison, but we definitely have been given some type of sting, in the past, that we are working right now diligently on separating ourselves from, so that we can heal that part of us. And because of what was already hidden, is being revealed, like, oh, I was feeling, something with this moon in Cancer, being extremely sensitive. We reflect something else, so we're feeling it, and then we find out what it is, and we attempt to move forward. And in our moving forward, in our working through it, we reconnect with a part of ourselves and discover what needs to be cut out, what needs to be erased, and what needs to be worked on in order to feel more secure in moving forward in our lives. Because, what's being expanded is our values, but sometimes the values that we hold, or that we find out that we've been holding on to, are, simply illusions of the past and what brought us comfort, but isn't actually bringing us comfort anymore. It's actually causing, some form of chaos in how we see ourselves and how we value ourselves. So, now that we are allowing ourselves to own who we are and what we are, and not hold back our actual power, our godly power, there are going to be sides to ourselves that will emerge and come out that's maybe not the best, but will actually be healed through, transmuting that energy from negative to positive, from what we may have deemed as bad according to the path we're on now, but it's actually turned out to be a blessing in disguise. So the last portion is the Sun, what we can expect for the outcome if the energy continues. Another 7, the first house, the body. So we will, this is the ascending sign, of course, where we initially will be walking into the initial energy. And the body is a physical vessel that our spirit is utilizing. And we have the Magician here, the Gemini card. So we're definitely manifesting, and we're definitely taking advantage of the physical part. But also with this separation here, is that we may be healing and walking away and changing our jobs, or how we work at things, or how we work with the old parts of us that we used to utilize, and maybe utilize a little bit too much, but we're starting to release it. Now our body is able to help us better cleanse, clarify, release, and we're more efficient, we're more aware. The first thing I thought about this too is that the fact that our DNA activations that are being taken place all year long, really for the longest, since our quote unquote 2012 year, there's been a lot of different upgrades going on, and we've been learning more about the body itself and what it can and cannot do. And a lot of things that, you know, when we were a child that we were told to cut off, or, you know, to delete that part of us, is returning back. And the things that we've been working at are being released because it's not serving us in this dimension. It's not serving us in this time frame, because we have to get out of the cycles that have been plaguing our generations for a while now. We need to get reconnected to the darker spiritual aspect, which is not the bad part, but actually the part that holds us all together. And with reconnecting to that, we are starting to see that our superpowers, or our psychic abilities, Gemini here, are being reawakened full throttle, and it's coming out through what is going on with our bodies. That's the, you know, official turnout. So we are, with this moon cycle, going to be way more sensitive and things like that. So our advice here: number one, return to nature. Definitely drink a lot of water. Number two is create and express. Yes, most definitely, with this Jupiter in position, having the second house, Taurus is definitely about creating something, like physically creating something, using what we have to make what we want in the long term, having a blueprint and following that blueprint and sticking with it. Since Taurus is a fixed sign, the second house is fixed energy. The first house here is about acknowledging that you exist, that one energy. So now that you acknowledge it, of course, the next step would be to get and use all the tools and resources you have available to, number three, third house, manifest the things that you want to learn or attract in your life. So we definitely want to be creative and express what is within us. And the last card here is unseen blessing. Okay, so we definitely have some truth, emotional truths to release, or that will be revealed to us, that will allow us to move forward from the old paradigm that we've been, as a universal collective, shifting out of. And this is a great time to do shadow work, self-development, self-awareness, meditation, and things like that. Because, you know, we are, of course, undoubtedly returning to nature, but our body, our physical bodies, are showing us how much of a magician we truly are. So that's my reading for today, and I'm going into tomorrow. You can book a reading. I do have some specials going on luminescent6.org, as well as astrology blog updates on princesslemon.blogspot.com. And you can follow me on Facebook and IG at Luminescence6 with the number 6 IG. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Peace.